Hello students, welcome to my channel Classmate. Today we will discuss one of the most important topic of physics, that is light. Now before going to the chapter light or the topic light, let's discuss few basic facts on light. Now we start our topic from the definition of energy. All of you know what is the energy. What is the energy? The capacity to do work is known as the energy, and in our universe there are lots of type of energy such that heat energy, chemical energy, electrical energy, magnetic energy, nuclear energy. So that all are the types of energy, among which light energy also one of them. Okay, now you come to the light energy. Just you take one very simple example. You sit in a dark room. What happened in this dark room? All the lights are off. Then what happened? You can't see the objects. You can't see the objects. But if you on the light, then it enables us to see the objects. Then you can easily see that objects are present. Which objects are present in this room? You can see all those objects. Now you can differentiate what are the condition. When the room was dark, then you can see the objects, but when you on the bulb, then you can see the objects. So the light which emit from the bulb, we can see the bulb itself, but when the light comes and fall on those objects which do not their own light, then we can see those objects also. Why? As those objects reflect the light and the reflected light reach to our eyes and we can see those objects. Yes or no? So on this basis we can define that what is light. What is light? Light is a form of energy. Light is a form of energy which enable us to see objects from which it comes. That means those objects from which light comes, we can see those objects, or from which it is reflected. We can also see all those objects which do not their own light, but light reflected from this object, we can see those objects also. So it defines the light properly. Light is a form of energy which enables us to see objects from which it comes or from which it is reflected. So you just consider what is the situation in the dark room. The bulb itself emit the light, we can see the bulb, and all those objects from which light is reflected, we can see all those objects also. So light is a form of energy. Now you just concentrate on this example. In this example you just take the bulb which have their own light. It emit its own light. Okay, so we say this type of objects are called the luminous object. Not only the bulb, in our universe, sun, the bulb, the tube light, candle, all are the luminous object. So luminous objects are those objects which emit their own light. They are called the luminous object. And on the other side, in this room there are table, chair, pen, pencil, all other things which do not emit their own light. They have not their own light, but we can also see those objects when the light fall on the object and reflect and it reach to our eye, then we can see those objects. So non-luminous objects do not emit their own light. When the light fall on this object, it reflect and reach to our eye, then we can see those objects. They are called the non-luminous object. Such that you just take the example table, chair, moon. Okay, all are the non-luminous object. Now students, we will discuss about the nature of light. One of the most important question is that what is the nature of light? You just take one coin. Now you say at a time you can see both the side of the coin. You cannot see both the side at a time. Similarly, in case of light also there are two nature, but at a time you have to follow only one nature. Some phenomenon you can explain by one nature of light, and some phenomenon of the experiment or other things you can explain by the another nature of the light. So depending upon this, I have divided these two. One is called the particle nature, another is called the wave nature. What are the particle nature? In this nature we consider the light composed of the particles. What are the particles? These particles are called photon particles. These are called photon particles. So under the particle nature we consider that it composed of elementary particles which are called photon particles, and it moves at a very high speed. Okay, you know that the speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Okay, we consider this. Actual the speed is 299 790 to 368 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, but we can take this 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Okay, so that is the particle nature of light. Now you come to the wave nature of light. What is the wave nature? In this nature we consider that light is consist of electromagnetic wave. It is consist of electromagnetic wave, and in this case there are no required of the material medium. Without any medium, solid, liquid, gas, light can travel from one point to another point easily. Okay, so that is called the wave nature of light. Now you come to the experiment on which we can describe that it has the particle property, particle nature, and it is the wave nature. There are few examples: reflection of light, refraction of light, and shadow formation. All these three we can explain on the particle nature. We cannot explain these by applying the wave nature of light. So these three prove that light has the particle nature. Come to the interference, diffraction, polarization. We can explain all these three by the wave nature of light. We cannot apply the particle nature, and we cannot prove this by this particle nature. So it is both the particle nature and wave nature. In particle nature we can say that the reflection, refraction, and shadow formation, all these three are based on the rectilinear propagation of light. Here we consider that light always travel along a straight path, and due to this we can easily prove the reflection and describe what is the phenomenon of reflection of light, what is the refraction of light, and how the shadow form. If we does not consider that the propagation of light is rectilinear, then we cannot describe this. But in this case, interference, diffraction, and polarization, we can describe all these by applying the wave nature of light. Here we consider the light is as a wave, and here we consider the light as a composed of the particles. Here the bending of path also occur. Bending of path, light bend its path in this way. So that all are the examples of the wave nature of light. But here only light pass from one medium to another medium along the straight line. In a medium, light follow the straight path. So that is the example of particle nature, and that is the example of wave nature. I will discuss all these nature, that means the phenomenon, one by one in my next upcoming videos. These two topics are not included in all class syllabus. So I will discuss all these topics in my upcoming videos one by one. So you don't forget to follow my channel. You must like and subscribe my channel, okay, to get more videos on this and to gather knowledge on this topic. Physics experiment over last 100 years just give the information about the light, that light has two nature. One is called the particle nature and another is the wave nature. So double nature, that is known as the dual nature of light. But now in modern days our scientists combine these two, the particle nature and wave nature, and today we know the new theory of light, that is known as the quantum theory of light. That is known as the quantum theory of light, which combine both the particle and wave nature. Okay, and our new theory, that is called quantum theory of light. So we will discuss it later in my further videos. I will explain this in detail. So today up to this portion, and you don't forget to like my videos, share my videos, and don't forget to subscribe. You be forever with my channel. Okay, thank you.